Okay, so we are still here at the Care Show, and I'm joined by Lee Howard, who is Regional Director of Christie & Co. Thanks for joining us. So what is Christie & Co doing at the Care Show?
Well, it's something that we do every year, and it's good to see some old and some new faces and generally catch up with clients. So yeah, quite a big show as well, which is really good.
And is there anything in particular you're showcasing for?
I mean, we launched our care market review, Matt, a couple of weeks ago, as you probably know, and yeah, we've got copies of that we're giving away on the stand, so that's proving quite popular, and that's really a sort of a good month to launch it, which can combine with the Care Show.
Absolutely. Could you talk us through maybe a few sort of key findings from the report? Or?
Yeah, I mean, the report is based on operators' opinions, which is really good, based by sort of hardline facts that we've actually done in the transactional market. Right. So it's a really useful read, and we find it's a good barometer for how people are feeling within the sector as well, and whether they were happy with things, or what their concerns are and what they're worried about in the future. So it's a really good report from that point of view. It's focused around the operator.
And so what is your view on how people are feeling? I mean, is there positivity? Because you hear a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
So is that your main finding, or?
I think the real issue has been the increase in the costs that have happened with the NI increases, and I think there was an element of fear in the sector. A lot of operators have overcome those, but unfortunately the fee increases have not been in line with what we expected from the local authorities. Yeah. So if you're not operating a private driven care home, it's very difficult to offset those increasing costs. So I think there's a bit of fear out there, and obviously we've got a budget coming up in November.
Yeah, of course.
But and in reality, none of us really know what to expect in that. But we're really hoping that they don't sort of hit the care sector further.
We can have hope. What do you see as being the key trends that are going to sort of take us through the next 12 months in the care sector?
I mean, there is a good appetite for incoming new operators, and there is a good appetite for some operators who want to get out of the business as well. Right. But I think the real key issues are going to be around the CQC as well. We've got homes out there that haven't been inspected for 4 years plus, and we're hearing different things. I'm really interested to hear what the CQC say today. I think they're here. But I think there's a real sort of a bit of a frustration there that registrations are taking longer if somebody's adding a registration, but also homes aren't being inspected, and that is a problem.
It is. And do you think people are? I mean, the CQC have promised much about they're going to get more, going to get into homes, they're going to speed up their processes, and blah blah blah. But do you think our providers sort of confident that's going to happen, or at this point they're just sort of resigned to?
I think the problem is, I think if you speak to a lot of the providers, which we've done this morning actually, and they're all feeling we've heard it before. So exactly. Let's hope we see some action. I think my concern is we've got clients that maybe want to sell a care home where they're RI, but they should be good, but they haven't been re-inspected. So we're having to get mock inspections in the interim to get sort of that sort of rating, or a bit of I suppose a bit of confidence that the home should be registered as good.
Oh, I see.
But if CQC won't come out and inspect it, then they're in limbo.
All right, yeah. So they can't. So a potential buyer is going to look at the home thing, they're not being rated, not being inspected.
Correct.
And so they're then going to have to,
Okay. But they're working off a 3-year-old report. But fortunately, what is happening is with these mock inspections, the lenders are actually taking that into consideration, which is a real positive for the sector and needed. Because otherwise you could have people sat on requires improvement homes for, well, as I say, 4 or 5 years in some cases, which is very frustrating when an operator has put those things right.
Oh, it's ridiculous, is there more that the government could be doing, or is it just down to the CQC and them getting their sort of act together?
I mean, I think it's always difficult to comment on what the government are doing. I think it's probably what they're not doing, and I think the frustrating part is the NI increases. That was really what the sector didn't need. But we're over that now, and we're trying to move forward with it. But it has implicated a lot of businesses that couldn't cope with that, where they cannot put their fees up because they don't have private fees in there. So it's very difficult. They've got no control over it.
Yeah, of course. Right. Well, Lee, thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, thanks to see you. Good to see you.